I know this sounds crazy, but I never start with my club head behind the ball to strike my irons. And the strike is pure, right? You saw it in the thumbnail. Now, using this drill, you're not only going to strike it out the middle perfectly, but I'm also going to show you as well, much more, how you can add up to 15 yards too. So coming up in today's video is, the reason why I love this drill is you can use it on the range, on the course, and on a grass range too. Firstly, just going to place a tee peg in the ground. I don't think I can strike a 7-iron as good as that. Ball position's a little further up, hover. The noise on that was absolutely ridiculous. The first thing I want you to really understand here, that with irons, the bottom of your swing is not the ball. It's below the ball and after the golf ball. Have a look at this. Look at this hoop. To miss that head cover, what I'm saying here about hovering that start and not starting behind, coming down that line, our low point would be here into the ground. That's what hitting down is. Now, if our low point was at the golf ball, or actually when you're catching it fat, it would be somewhere here. That's weaker strikes, that's shorter strikes. Now, to do this drill, go and grab what you probably is your most comfortable club. Maybe 7-iron, 8-iron, whatever that is for you, and just your head cover. The reason why I love this drill is you can use it on the range, on the course, and on a grass range too. Now, to set this up, have a look at this in the player cam perspective. I'm firstly just going to place a tee peg in the ground. We're going to make some practice swings before we actually make contact with the ball, just so our brain has a chance to sort of go, that's what I'm trying to do. So my head cover is 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 club heads behind the tee peg, right? So the idea is, start off, address that tee peg. I've gone with 7-iron, that's my most comfortable club, and I've got it sort of just ahead of the middle of my stance. Ball position sorted. I want to just not start behind the ball. I'm going to start my swing resting it on top of that head cover, right? Okay. And then I'm going to swing up and hit the tee peg. Okay. I'm going to do it a few times. Now, if you're at the range, just pick a mark on the mat. Again, address that tee peg, find the head cover, swing, and try and clip the tee peg. Have maybe 4 to 5 reps just going at that. The sensation of what you will feel there is that as you're swinging back and as you're starting down, we need to make a swing where we transfer and rotate more into our left hand side, because that controls our big swing circle in order to hit more down. Like think of a semicircle here. The more I put my weight on this side, the more my semicircle goes here. The more I put my weight here, I'm going to catch that head cover on the way down. The brilliant idea with this whole drill is you get feedback right away. Okay, let's hit one with 7-iron, then we'll go a bit longer, because I want to show you how good this drill is, not only with the scoring clubs, but also those longer irons too. So listen to this strike, listen to this. So I'm going to start, get my ball position, I'm going to rest it on that head cover, I'm going to go back. I don't think I can strike a 7-iron as good as that. That was absolutely pure. It doesn't get any better. Longer club in my hand, now time to test it with this. So listen to what I'm saying here. Can you see the logic? If you start with your club head like this, right, higher than the golf ball, all I want to think is if it's starting higher, I'm swinging it down lower. And I find having the practice swings, using this concept, using this as a thing to avoid the head cover, you start high, you swing low. Whereas we often start in the same position and come back to the same position, we find it hard in our head to go lower than where we started when we start straight behind the ball. Right, watch this strike with this 5-iron. Ball position's a little further up, hover. The noise on that was absolutely ridiculous. I don't get any better 5-irons than that. Right, before I show you about adding that distance, this is what I do on the course. But also, listen, shorter club, get it a little closer to the head cover. Maybe go with sort of 9-irons pitching wedge, 2 to 3 club heads away. I'm now even testing myself further. I've gone 5-iron. Before I show you how this is going to add up to 13 to 15 yards with your irons, and I would say with all your irons, how do you do this on the course? Because it's not practical to sort of be that far back, is it? That would be kind of a little bit stupid. But what I do is I trick my brain, and you can trick your brain too by simply hovering that club maybe like, I'm going to say, look at this in player card, maybe 6-7 inches in the air and back. And I do this with having some waggles. It also gets rid of a bit of pressure and grip pressure in the swing. So have a look at that. I'm hovering it there. Start, hover, and give it a hit. Watch this ball flight. Whew. Drawing into that left flag. Absolute pure shot. So when I've done this drill with students that are young, old, high, medium, low handicap, they've added up to 15 yards. Now, the simple reason is, look at this head cover. So with that head cover being in the way, if we throw a scoopy one at it, we'd hit the head cover, and when you throw a scoopy shot at it, you add loft. So I've got 5-iron here. You turn your 5-iron into something like an 8-iron. That's why your irons go all very similar distances, and that's probably something that you have seen. Whereas when you miss that head cover, I'll show you a close-up on this as well, when you miss that head cover, you work the club more that way. Now look at the difference in that. I've really got my hands ahead, I'm taking loft off. Now think of this closely here, that's my fist. It's the difference between coming in and turning my 5-iron into an 8-iron, or turning my 5-iron into a 4-iron, okay? You reduce your dynamic loft, you're also more likely to find that middle. It's like a double whammy. That's why you can become at least 1 club longer. This drill I absolutely swear by. And then take that version of hovering it just behind the ball out onto the course. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel.